All right, we are still in RDS and we can see that our churn database has been successfully created and it is available. I also just now noticed that I have a typo in database. If this were, again, a true production setting, I would probably axe this database and go back and recreate it with the correct identifier, but you know what? We're just going to live with it for now. Everybody makes mistakes. All right, let's click into this bad boy. So there are a couple of important things to note about this. So this is the endpoint. That's going to be really important for us. All MySQL traffic comes across on port 3306, and we can see that our MySQL security group is active, and if we wanted to check on it, we could just click this link and go there. All right, so all is looking good from an AWS standpoint. We see that we have no current connections, which is expected. Nobody's connected to this database yet, and nobody's using it yet. But let's change that. Let's actually connect to our MySQL database. Mostly, we will be using Python or MySQL Workbench to interact with our MySQL instance, but in this case, I want to introduce you to the MySQL command line tool. So you can verify that you have this installed by issuing this command, and we can see that, yep, on my machine, I do have the MySQL engine installed, and this will allow me to connect from my command line. And if you don't have MySQL installed, if you're using a Mac, you can just use Homebrew for that. Homebrew is pretty amazing, and you can basically install anything that you want. That's one of the reasons that I really like Mac, is because Homebrew is such an outstanding package manager. All right, let's go ahead and make sure that we can log in. For this, I'll need to copy and paste my endpoint. And it's going to prompt me for that nice, strong password that I created. And I am in MySQL as my root user. So I can now issue commands if I wanted to. Using MySQL from the command line can be a little bit awkward. I do prefer MySQL Workbench. That really is an outstanding way to interact with MySQL. But here I was just able to confirm that I was able to successfully connect to churn database with the missing A there at the end. So that is how you connect to MySQL from the command line. We're going to do a lot more work in the database, but hopefully this has been useful for you.